Definition of the word.
Cut.
Adjective.
Having been cut. Reduced.
Example.
The pitcher threw a cut fastball that was slower than his usual pitch. Cut brandy is a liquor made of brandy and hard grain liquor. Carved into a shape, not raw. Can we clean up, plus, this sense? Played with a horizontal bat to hit the ball backward of point. Having muscular definition in which individual groups of muscle fibers stand out among larger muscles. Circumcised or having been the subject of female genital mutilation. Emotionally hurt. Intoxicated as a result of drugs or alcohol.
Interjection.
An instruction to cease recording.
Noun.
The act of cutting.
Example.
He made a fine cut with his sword. The result of cutting.
Example.
A smooth or clear cut. An opening resulting from cutting, an incision or wound.
Example.
Look at this cut on my finger. A notch, passage, or channel made by cutting or digging. A furrow, a groove. An artificial navigation as distinguished from a navigable river.
Example.
A cut for a railroad. A share or portion.
Example.
The lawyer took a cut of the profits. A batsman's shot played with a swinging motion of the bat, to hit the ball backward of point. Sideways movement of the ball through the air caused by a fast bowler imparting spin to the ball. In lawn tennis, etc., a slanting stroke causing the ball to spin and bound irregularly. Also, the spin thus given to the ball. In a stroke play competition, the early elimination of those players who have not then attained a pre-announced score, so that the rest of the competition is less pressed for time and more entertaining for spectators. A passage omitted or to be omitted from a play.
Example.
The director asked the cast to note down the following cuts. A particular version or edit of a film. The act or rite of dividing a deck of playing cards.
Example.
The player next to the dealer makes a cut by placing the bottom half on top. The card obtained by dividing the pack. The manner or style a garment etc. is fashioned in.
Example.
I like the cut of that suit. A slab, especially of meat.
Example.
That's our finest cut of meat. An attack made with a chopping motion of the blade, landing with its edge or point. A deliberate snub, typically a refusal to return a bow or other acknowledgement of acquaintance. An unkind act, a cruelty. A definable part, such as an individual song, of a recording, particularly of commercial records, audio tapes, CDs, etc.
Example.
The drummer on the last cut of their CD is not identified. A truncation, a context that represents a moment in time when other archaeological deposits were removed for the creation of some feature such as a ditch or pit. A haircut. The partition of a graph's vertices into two subgroups. A string of railway cars coupled together, shorter than a train. An engraved block or plate. The impression from such an engraving.
Example.
A book illustrated with fine cuts. A common workhorse, a gelding. The failure of a college officer or student to be present at any appointed exercise. A skein of yarn.
Example.
Can we find and add a quotation of right to this entry? That which is used to dilute or adulterate a recreational drug.
Example.
Don't buy his Coke, it's full of cut. A notch shaved into an eyebrow. A time period when one tries to lose fat while retaining muscle mass. A hidden or secure place.
Cut. Cut.
Cut. Cut.
Cut. Cut.
Cut. Cut.